What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after the conference championship round here in our Columbus Aviators franchise, where the Aviators picked up a miracle victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Probably the best play we have seen throughout this entire series, a franchise-defining moment. Curtis Harden in the final minute of the game with a Hail Mary bomb, catching it over to Vontae White, one of the best corners in the entire NFL, breaking the tackle and getting the touchdown to lead the Aviators to a victory and to their second straight Super Bowl. It was an unbelievable game, but despite the win, the Aviators are still facing some controversy. Other people are thinking maybe the Aviators don't necessarily deserve to be in the Super Bowl. The Steelers really looked like the better team throughout the majority of the game, and without a miracle play, the Aviators are not here, and that puts doubt in some fans' minds. It's definitely going to be an interesting battle, but I gotta think, the Aviators just beat the best team in the NFL on the road. They have some momentum going into this finals game. More so, Tyson Russell has been on fire in the postseason, as is Curtis Harden. Russell, through 2 games, 10 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Opposing defenses have not found a way to stop him yet, and it's going to be the key for the Super Bowl. We will get to that in a second to find out who we will be playing. First and foremost, though, let's go ahead and check the injury report, and nobody is injured. We did see that we had a few injuries there towards the end of the game. Luckily, neither of them are going to stick. Let's go ahead and also look at the stats, because we can find out the Pro Bowl rosters. Let's get this going here. I don't want to do the weekly awards only because it'll give the team away. We'll check that here in a second. Max Austin, it's Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders, former teammates and former rivals. Perfect matchup here. Obviously, I'm going for Team Rice, 49er fan. More so, he went ahead and took Tyson Russell as his #1 overall quarterback. Now, Russell unable to play in the game, unfortunately, based on the fact that he's going to be in the Super Bowl, but it's an honor nonetheless. And more so, going up as on the same team, I should say, with his former teammate Marcus Mariota. Interesting to see that. Roethlisberger, Broussard, Flacco rounding out that crew, Le'Veon Bell, Ingram, Rodman Scott making the Pro Bowl in his rookie year. He is going to Team Deion, though. Not sure how I feel about that. Let's go down the list, see if we recognize any other names here. Young, Evans, Brown, Bryant, Hardy, Curtis Harden, there he is. And how is Jerry Rice going to pass on Curtis Harden? Come on now, man. You need him on your team. And Torrey Smith making this list. Kind of crazy to see that. Justin Blackmon as well. Wayne Chapman going to Team Rice, though. We definitely like to see that. I expect to see a lot of our offensive line guys, and sure enough, here they are. And I'm wondering if our entire offensive line, we're not going to have a center there, but everybody else on our offensive line has made the Pro Bowl. That is good to see. Defensive line, and it is not looking good for us here. Nobody representing the Aviators. Oh, wait, Casey is there. I take it back. Casey is going to make it as the #1 defensive tackle for Team Rice there. Like to see that. Any linebackers going to be on this list? It doesn't look like it. And that's a pretty big blow to the team, unfortunately. Cornerback, though, Skandrick, and there he is. Vontae White, we talked about it. One of the best corners in the NFL. One of the #1 corners in the Pro Bowl. And Curtis Harden just made it happen. Unbelievable play from Harden to make that work, and really crazy to see that. Marquestin Huff with his new team getting the starting role in the Pro Bowl there, and nobody in our secondary is going to make it here, and that's kind of to be expected. I don't know, actually. I take that back. Both Roby and Stevens had 8 interceptions apiece, and Stevens locked down guys for the majority of the season. I am a little shocked not to see him there, but he did struggle in the second half of the season, and that was probably his downfall there. Kern is going to make it for the Aviators there. Interesting to see that. And Bakari Boswell as the punt returner for Team Sanders there. So, interesting way to go about things. We do see the Aviators represented quite well here. None of them are going to be playing in the Pro Bowl, but still nice to have those guys on that list. Now, to find out who the Aviators are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. Here we go, guys. Let's check it out. You guys made your predictions last week. League schedule. And I can just go right to the conference here. And the Giants crushed the Packers 38 17. Let's figure out what went down in this game here. And Cooper Griffin out of Wisconsin, the fourth-year pro, 259 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Garrett Grayson, again, the backup quarterback to the injured Aaron Rodgers, played a lot better than last week. Last week, he threw 1 touchdown, I think 3 interceptions. However, only 114 yards. And, you know, the Giants cannot expect that same kind of performance from Tyson Russell. He did throw 2 touchdowns to only 1 interception, though. Running the ball, Jabrian Price, 101 yards, 5.3 yards a carry, and a touchdown. Shane Vereen for the Giants as well, 14 carries, 56 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. And then Norwood getting involved with the touchdown, 4 touchdowns on the ground for the Giants. Now, the Aviators usually a pretty good team against the run, like with run defense. However, in the playoffs, we have really struggled. That said, we've also gone against 2 great running backs in Melvin Gordon and the best running back in the NFL right now, Le'Veon Bell. Odell Beckham Jr., 6 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. Terrence Williams, 6 catches, 102 yards. E.J. Lucas, 5 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. And then Julian Lucas going to have a touchdown as well for the rookie there. Blocking, there we go. Defense, Clinton Dix leading the way with 18 tackles, sacks. We got Malik Jackson with 1 interceptions. Phillip Gaines and Jason McCourty, the former Aviator there, going to have some interceptions. Fumbles forced. See what we got. 2 for Nico Johnson, Malik Jackson, Clinton Dix, and Marcus Peters there. Fumbles recovered, Nico Johnson and Marcus Peters. See if there was a defensive touchdown. There was not. So let's go ahead and check out the Giants lineup heading into this game, everybody. Going for back-to-back Super Bowls. Do y'all think the Aviators can do it? We have been very inconsistent. Our defense has really not looked that great so far in the postseason. However, our offense is on fire. And going against Cooper Griffin, again, the 4th-year pro out of Wisconsin, 85 overall. Troy Pierce going to be his backup there. Running back, Jabrian Price, the 3rd-year pro out of Texas A&M, and Shane Vereen there. Fullback, they have Bruce Miller, a guy I like a whole lot. Odell Beckham Jr., 98 overall. That's going to be a tough matchup for Tyrone Stevens. Terrence Williams, 87 overall, going to be the number 2. Stedman Bailey, number 3. Arsenio Foster at 4. And Brian Hunter coming in at number 5 for the Giants there. At tight end, they have Crockett Gilmore and Kyle Rudolph. So 2 good tight ends, 3 really, with Ryan Clay, a rookie, 81 overall out of Texas A&M. Not sure we're going to see a whole lot of them, but definitely looks like a good player. 6'5" with 83 speed. You know, tight ends have really been the downfall to the Aviators defense, so we are definitely going to have to keep an eye on those guys. Benjamin Grove anchoring the line at left tackle despite being a rookie, and seems to be doing a fairly good job. Other than that, a left guard and center, they are set. Zach Fulton at right guard. At right tackle, they have a 2nd-year guy out of Wisconsin, so really a young offensive line that only seems to be getting better. Malik Jackson and Greg Hardy at defensive tackle. Jonathan Hankins, 92 overall, and Linval Joseph, 90 overall, so a very good defensive line there. Rashad Peters, 2nd-year pro, not the best linebacking core here at all, and that might be something we have to take advantage of, using our tight ends frequently. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie going to be the number 1. Jason McCourty, Marcus Peters, Janoris Jenkins, and Leonard Johnson. So no outstanding number 1 corners here, but they have a lot of depth and a lot of guys that can make some plays. Kevin McClam, the 3rd-year pro out of USC, going to be at free safety for them. And then at strong safety, Jaleel Adai, 83 overall, and DeMarcus Scott, 78, rookie out of Georgia there. So interesting to see that the Giants have kind of made it here. You know, they look like the underdog based on their roster, but that doesn't mean anything in the Super Bowl. Not to mention the Giants are known for being a great underdog team in the playoffs. They really have been rising to the occasion in big games, and it looks like they are trying to do the same thing here against the Columbus Aviators. It's going to be an interesting one. The defending Super Bowl champs going for 2 in a row against the New York Giants. Leave predictions in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time as we take on the New York Giants. Later.